What's up, people? It's Leah, and today I have a very exciting video for you. It is a long-awaited Q&A, which I promised like 3 weeks ago, but with traveling and moving into my new apartment, it just got put on the back burner. But here we are, ready for the Q&A. So thank you to everybody who submitted questions. I got some really fun ones about Terrifier, about my life, about Twitch that I'm so excited to answer. But first, I need to say thank you so much for all the new friends of the channel that we have this month. This week, actually, I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and 1,000 followers on Twitter. And I'm just so overwhelmed by the love and support of the horror community and the Terrifier community and my Twitch community and my friends and everyone who's, been here from the beginning, anyone who's here now. I'm just so excited to hit that milestone, and thank you all for making it happen. All right, let's get into the questions. I did ask for questions in multiple places. So I had an Instagram story where you could non-anonymously send me messages, as well as a link where you can anonymously send me messages. So because of that, I'm just not going to read any usernames for anybody. I'm going to keep it all anonymous. So let's get started. Who was your last IG search? Okay. I'm actually nervous about this one. I have no idea who my last IG search could possibly be, but let's take a look. I hope it's someone I know. Okay, my last search was a Twitch streamer and a professional gamer named Avery. She was also on The Mole, which is a new reality game show on Netflix that I just binged, and I am low-key obsessed with her, so I searched her so I could follow her. Would you leave your significant other for a celeb? Ooh, well, I don't have a significant other, but if I did, the only celebrities that I would ever leave them for would be Suga from BTS, and that's probably it. No, but in all seriousness, no, I would not leave my significant other just because someone was a celebrity. I don't think that's a good enough reason to date somebody. But I am obsessed with BTS and specifically Suga from BTS. So if there was a world where he was interested in me, that wouldn't even be real life. So it wouldn't happen. With the huge success of T2, will you be doing any upcoming shows and conventions? Actually, yes, I will be. I will be in California for CreepyCon, and I will be in Florida for Spookola, and I'm so excited. I'm hoping that more conventions will be added to my docket, but as of right now, those are the two. I do have a feeling that 2023 is going to be the year of Terrifier, so I expect you will see me at a lot of conventions. And I'm very excited to meet everybody. What's your dream house? Ooh, that's a really good question too. I want something small, as long as it has a lot of storage space, a nice backyard, maybe with a pool, a porch. Ooh, I love being able to sit out, but one story. I don't want stairs in my house. I never want a house with stairs. That would be perfect. Who's the last person you texted? Ooh, gotta go back to my phone for this one. It was probably Kelly. That's my assumption. Yeah, it was Kelly. My text messages are literally, when I opened my phone, was open to her. I text Kelly every day. If you don't know who Kelly is, she is my best friend and my podcast host. It's All Geek to Me, a podcast where two friends experience popular nerdy franchises for the first time. And on season 1, I showed her The Lord of the Rings for the first time, and season 2, we are doing Star Wars. Very exciting stuff. Link in the description for that. Spill some tea. Ooh, well, unfortunately, I only have water, so I can't spill my tea. I can only drink my water. How did you get into acting? So when I was a young child, my mom was like, my daughter is so antisocial. I need to put her in some class to make her more social and get more friends. So she put me in an acting class and I immediately loved it. And then I started doing community theater. I did high school theater. I was a theater major in college. And yeah, I moved to New York City. I started acting. And, through the process of being in New York for so long and learning more about the world of acting, I think that my priorities have shifted slightly, especially, recently. My goals and my aspirations and stuff like that have been so different, but still within the realm of entertainment and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how I got into acting. Pretty much been doing it my whole life. Just always enjoyed playing other people or bringing parts of myself to fictional characters. Always been fun. How much fun was it to film the Clown Cafe scene and the nurse scene with Chris Jericho in Terrifier 2? Well, first, the Clown Cafe scene. That was the first scene that I did for Terrifier. Where we filmed that was actually in this warehouse where a lot of other sets were there. So you had Allie's bedroom was there, you had Sienna's bedroom, and then the Clown Cafe. We spent about a week on set and we were all staying in this big house together. And most of the cast and crew had been staying in this house for months already, working on the film. But it was my first week and everyone welcomed me into the cast with open arms. I love everybody I met on that set. We had the best time. It was so fun. Scale from 1 to 100, it was 150. Oh my gosh. And just the kills in general. All of the kills were so so fun because, I mean, there's so many kills in that scene of all like the clown cafe, like kids, and then like the people waiting in line there. Every single person got like an individualized close up single shot of them being killed by Art. And just every single one of them, we're all just behind the camera, just like dying laughing because of how good it looks and how funny it was. And like the faces that everybody was making. Oh man, that was great. I didn't even have to be on set that day, I'm pretty sure, like when they were doing the kills, but I was like, I need to watch this because I just love watching behind the scenes and like how it's made. That was a long answer. And then maybe a year later, we did the scene at the end with Chris Jericho. He's so talented. He's so nice. Like that was just like a really unexpected little part that I got to be in the film. Do you ever plan to go to TwitchCon in the future? I would love to go to TwitchCon. Honestly, this year I had like slight plans to go to TwitchCon, but I also knew that it was going to be around the time that I was moving and it just like logistically was probably going to be too hard for me. But yeah, in the future, especially because I'm so much closer to it now, definitely interested in going to TwitchCon. Maybe they'll invite me one day. Leah the Princess partner for Twitch 2023 manifestation. Let's do it. Do you ever plan on making and selling merchandise, sticker shirts, pins, either related to Twitch, podcast, film company, or other? Yes, 100%. For sure for Terrifier 2, there's going to be some merch at the conventions and stuff like that. As for Twitch, yes, I would love to make merch. If you don't know this about me, I actually do all the graphics for my Twitch channel, the banners, the starting soon screens, the emotes, like everything like that is all done by me. But if I was gonna do merch, I'd probably hire someone to do that for me. The podcast also would love to have t-shirts. I mean, it's not really bragging because I didn't come up with the name, Kelly came up with the name, but it's a great name. And I think it would look really cool on a shirt. And also for the film company, Late Bloomer Pictures, we do have stickers. We're not like currently selling them. They were just sort of for our Indiegogo supporters. We're like sending them out to those people. But yeah, I would love to do merch. I'd love to do beanies. I'd love to do more stickers. So yeah, the short answer is yes. The long answer is I don't know when. Favorite part of being in the Terrifier 2 cast? Oh man, my favorite part of being in the Terrifier 2 cast is just the fact that like I love horror films. So for the first like big major film that I've been in, actually it's my first feature I've ever done, for it to be a horror film is just so exciting for me, and to be a part of this like phenomenon. And then on the small end of that, like while we were filming, it just felt like a really fun time working on a really cool project with a bunch of my friends. So like it's all been very surreal for me how it's been blowing up and how much attention it's been getting. Not that I didn't expect it, because I absolutely did, because like I knew how dedicated the fans were and I knew how like passionate Damien was and he was going to give you all something incredible. It's still just very surreal that it's all happening. So that's the best part of being a part of the Terrifier 2 cast, is just like getting to experience all this alongside my friends. Will you ever have a collab stream with Kelly now that you'll be living in close proximity to Vegas? I would love to have a collab stream with Kelly, have her come over here, I don't know, do my nails blindfolded or something. I think we did that. No, we've done that before. So no, new idea. But yeah, I would love to do a collab stream with Kelly. She's the best. She lives super close to me. You know, like we're friends from college, but we've never lived this close before. And it's very exciting. I've already seen her a few times since I've been here. So if people want it, we'll make it happen. Would you ever do a 24-hour stream or an uncapped subathon stream? Pass? No, I think I would do a 24-hour stream. I don't know if I would do an uncapped subathon. I would maybe do a 24-hour capped subathon, but uncapped just seems too difficult. I don't think I could do that. What are your go-to music albums to listen to during a road trip, such as your big trip to Vegas? Yes, if anyone doesn't know, I currently live in Las Vegas and I took a road trip to get here. And actually, on the road trip, we primarily listened to audiobooks. But other than that, we had on, just to appease my mom, because like, you know, I would be blasting A Day to Remember all day, but my mom doesn't like that kind of music. So we did Beatles radio, we did Carole King radio, Billy Joel radio, and then I threw in a couple of albums that I really enjoy as well that I thought are good, like travel, chill vibes. So we had Harry's House was on a few times, Black Pumas, Mr. Wives, Maggie Rogers. That's what I remember listening to. I think those were the 4 artists I was kind of circling through because I knew that they would be like cool, chill vibes my mom would enjoy. Have you ever been genuinely terrified while watching a horror movie or playing a horror game? If so, which ones? Honestly, for a horror movie, this is like so random because I very, very rarely get scared enough that like I get nightmares from a horror film. But for some reason, the film Game Over gave me wild nightmares. That must have come out when I was in high school. And I remember specifically I wanted to see it because Sophia Bush was in it. And I was, you know, obsessed with One Tree Hill at the time. The premise of it essentially is like, you die in the game, you die in real life. So they're like playing a video game, they die in the game, they die in real life. Something about that movie really gave me nightmares. There was like one scene where like they were in a bedroom and the villain was in there and the bed like caught on fire. And I remember like waking up in the middle of the night, like afraid that my bed was on fire. And then for video games, the supermassive games definitely scare me because when you're playing games like that, this is like Until Dawn, The Quarry, those games, they're like choice-based story formatted games. You have to be paying like extra close attention because like a quick time event could come up at any second and like you have to be ready for them, which also makes you very susceptible to a successful jump scare because you're so focused on the game. So yeah, those games scare the crap out of me. Ever had an absolute hair bleaching dyeing disaster? Ooh, I would say the worst one I had was when I tried to dye my hair blonde when I was living in London for study abroad. I got to a very yellow stage and I did not know about the existence of toner. So I was very yellow for a few months. But let me say, YouTube is the most amazing place for learning how to dye your hair properly. And it's been a lot better since I've discovered YouTube and YouTube tutorials. Not that this was like pre-YouTube, but like I was never really big into YouTube until like a few years ago. And it's like you can learn anything on YouTube. So hopefully no more hair disasters. Though get used to this green because my hair is so fried, I can't bleach it again, and this color will never come out on its own, so we're gonna be green for quite some time. What would be your dream horror franchise to act in? Any other genres you'd like to experience acting in? Do you have any plans or aspirations to audition for, be a part of more films? My dream horror franchise, Hellraiser, 100%. I haven't seen the new one yet, because I have this thing when I'm like really excited about something, sometimes I'm just like, I wait to experience it because I don't want it to be over, or I don't want to be disappointed, and that's how I feel about Hellraiser right now, but honestly, now that I'm talking about it, I'm kind of like, I should watch it tonight. Honestly, if my whole career was just horror films, I would be a happy little clam. Like, I love horror so much and that would be incredible. But if there are other genres I'd want to experience, fantasy for sure. Like any sort of high fantasy would be my bread and butter. And then of course, like what my film company Late Bloomer Pictures focuses on is queer-led stories. And that's really important to me in terms of like being a part of the expansion of queer stories and stuff like that. That's probably what you can expect from me. My worst habit, I don't have any bad habits. I'm perfect. Just kidding. Oh man, my worst habits, procrastination, probably. Yeah, I would say procrastination is the worst. F, marry, kill. Ooh, Han Solo, Anakin, pre-evilness, or Kylo Ren. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna immediately say kill Anakin because he's so whiny. Pre-evilness, no, I still don't even like him. Then I would F Kylo Ren. I have a thing with his fighting style with his lightsaber that just I really love. And he yells too much to be a good husband. But Han Solo, I'd marry Han Solo. I love him. What is your favorite hair color you've ever done? So, I honestly think it's like the pink and orange that I had prior to this, but I kind of knew that wasn't gonna last a long time on me because it was like a little too bright for me specifically, but I did love how it came out. In terms of like what I think looks the best on me, it's probably what we got going right now. I love this so much. What is the craziest part about being in a movie in theaters? It's all crazy. I can't pick one. It's all crazy. It's awesome. What pasta shape is the best? Our friendship hinges on this question, to be honest. Shells. Definitely the shells. Followed by ZD. I hope we're still friends. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Still creating, still acting. In 5 years, I would love the podcast to have really blown up. Late Bloomer Pictures has a feature out. Terrifier 4 is in theaters. Yeah, in 5 years, already Terrifier 4 is in theaters because Terrifier 3 was already a smash 2 years before that. Did you finish Rings of Power? Thoughts? I like it and want a season 2. It was better than House of Dragon. That is my opinion, and I'm right, and you are wrong. No, I loved Rings of Power. It was perfect. My thing is like people complaining about it and saying like, oh, it's not following the Silmarillion. First of all, I didn't read the Silmarillion, so maybe whatever, I'm biased or I'm unbiased, but like, let's just be happy we got it. Like, let's be happy that like we got more in the Lord of the Rings universe, that we got a new take on it, that it's not like Star Wars and Marvel where we're getting like new things pumped out every month, that like when we get something new in that universe, it's special and exciting. And honestly, the finale, jaw drop. That's all I gotta say. If you didn't watch it, watch it. How did you get the role in Terrifier 2? So I was actually friends with the guys at Fuzz on the Lens who are involved with Terrifier 1 1 and Terrifier 2. And Jason, who was involved with casting, originally actually sent me auditions for Allie and Brooke. And I didn't book those. And like a few months down the road, Jason reached out to me again and he said, oh, we've got this other role for you. I know you sing. Check it out. Send back an audition tape. And yeah, I booked the role. And I think it was better for me than Brooke or Allie. And Kaylee and Casey absolutely killed it. Like 2 of my favorite parts in that film were both of them. And so for me, I'm like, I'm happy. I was watching it and I was like, yeah, I get it. I get why I didn't get these. Toilet paper over under it matters. Dude, I don't know. I just put it on. I don't even think about it. Tell me the right answer. What is the right answer to that? I don't know. Favorite color or colors? I like all colors, if it's not obvious. But if I had to pick a favorite color to like look at, would be orange. And favorite color to wear would be black or olive green. But yeah, I like all colors. Even pink. I used to hate pink. And recently, well, only like hot pink I've started to like. So maybe baby pinks will sneak into my liking too. What inspired you to become a singer? Now, I don't necessarily consider myself a singer. I have released music on Spotify. I will say if I was going to release more music, it would not be the pop genre, which is what I did. It was very strictly pop. I'd probably release pop punk, but why I don't like call myself a singer is because I think that some creative endeavors, when you are a creative person, should just be for your enjoyment and not for monetization. And that would be music for me. Like, it's just a hobby for me. I don't know if it's something I would ever do seriously, but if I wanted to release music for like Spotify or on YouTube or something, I would probably do that because like that's fun for me, but I wouldn't like ever tour or play live shows ever. I don't think that's something I would do. Again, it was so stressful. Not for me. If you were a triangle, what type would you be? I would be a cute triangle because I'm a cutie. Do you like to read books? If so, what are some of your favorite books? I love books. Actually, the saddest thing about moving to Vegas was that I left all my books at my parents' house and I cannot wait to go visit them so I could pack up my books and get them sent over to me. Stephen King is one of my favorite authors, as well as Chuck Palahniuk. With Stephen King, I love Carrie, Misery, The Shining. Honestly, everything I've read by him, I pretty much love. So the fact that he saw Terrifier was probably the wildest thing about Terrifier was Stephen King watching it. And yeah, Chuck Palahniuk is amazing. Invisible Monsters is probably my favorite book by him, but I love reading fantasy, young adult fiction. I like reading anything. I'm actually, a huge reader. I'm reading like 3 books right now. I'm listening to the audiobook of Return of the King. I'm reading Where the Crawdads Sing, and I'm reading a book called Spinning Silver, which is a high fantasy book. Do you know if Clown Cafe will be released on Spotify or Apple Music? I really hope so. I keep meaning to ask someone about that because I've been getting that question a ton. I'm not really involved with that or like the releases or anything like that, but if you come to a convention, maybe you'll hear me sing it. And that is all the questions. Oh my gosh, that was so many. Part of me is like, should this be a 2-part video? But seriously, I appreciate so much anyone who submitted a question. I'm sorry I could not get to all of them, but as I said, there were a bunch. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing from me, please do not forget to subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitch. I am returning after like a 2-month hiatus. I'm going to be streaming Mondays and Thursdays. Link to that is in the description. So when this video comes out, I will actually be having my comeback 2 days after this video comes out. And I would love to see you there. This is actually a sneak peek of what my background's gonna look like. Because last time I streamed, I was in my old apartment. So this is the first time I'll be in my new setup. Got my cute little Leah the Princess decal over here that I'm obsessed with. And yeah, that is all we got for today's video. So thank you so much if you've made it this far. I hope you enjoyed listening to the answers to my questions, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.
Let it go. 얼어붙어 like whoa. 띵하고 어지러워. I see. 한여름에도 넌 겨울. Yeah, go.